So I would like to title this "The Death of Cash," and in this, I'm going to go over how I uh, I disagree that a cashless society will ever exist in the United States or any country ever. And to kind of give a background and start off with certain topics. First off, many small businesses and those in poverty are able to survive off of a barter system as well as utilizing cash. As utilizing cash will be able to dismiss fees, record of accounts, certain obligations in dealing with banks and those who are able to hold your money. And this is absolutely necessary. There's already a large wealth gap. And then to go and have predatory practices on those who are no longer able to use cash can hurt a certain society. Now, number one, why cashless society will not work. Say, for instance, you there was an emergency and that you had to utilize your cash. And a good scenario that I would love to bring up is the 2008 crash, where we seen many huge banks just crash and burn in an instance where they didn't even know what hit them. If I had $250,000 tied up with a bank, the bank could utilize that money in order to get them out of the deep end whenever I had no intention of them utilizing their money. With cash, I could keep the cash in a mattress or a hole in the wall somewhere where it wouldn't have the obligation to get touched by someone else who I do not want it to touch. Number two, why cashless society will never be able to work is for record of account as well as traceability. In this day and age, we see banks and credit bureaus. Many people or many firms are able to make money off of selling people's information. And there's arguments going on with Apple, Facebook, not allowing for governments kind of infiltration and being able to figure out people's information. So now we would, with societies being cashless, would now give them the opportunity to see where and when we spend money. And then governments and banks alike will be able to utilize this data to make predatory decisions towards individuals. So, for example, if a bank can look up and see exactly what I purchased, they might see that I buy a lot of sweets and a lot of cakes. And to them, that might be unnecessary if I should be paying back and servicing my debt. And they could then maybe charge an extra interest rate. But if I had cash and I was able to just spend cash on, my sweet tooth, then banks wouldn't be able to see exactly what I spend on, and they wouldn't be able to even think to make these predatory practices against me. America is the tipping point. And to conclude, I think that we need to be careful when advocating for a cashless society. I don't think that we should be scared into a cashless society of those who want to be able to generate and receive more revenue off of our information. I think we need to be careful in getting scared into thinking that all those who use cash evade taxes. Amazon just saved 11 billion on taxes through just legislative resources. Google is able to evade taxes. Donald Trump is able to evade taxes, and they don't need to spend all $1 billion utilizing cash. And I think that this needs to be said.